Surya Holdings Sdn Bhd, which is specializing in investment in real estate, media and communications, utilities, information technology and transportation sectors. Surya Holdings is now venturing into educational and entertainment sectors. To gain more in profits and sustain in the industry, Surya Holdings Sdn Bhd want to make an investment in a project called Project Alpha. The cost for Project Alpha is worth RM250 million. The aim of this project is to fulfill the educational and entertainment needs of the Gen Y, Gen Z and Gen Alpha populations. In addition, the proposed project must take into account the environmental issues related to open land and water catchment area. The first meeting for this project has been held on 16 March 2018. From that meeting, there are 3 potential sites that have already been decided: Bukit Belacan Forest Reserve, empty old warehouse at Pasir Gudang, and hilly landscape at Bukit Ko. This is the notice meeting for the second committee meeting of Project Alpha. This is the organisation chart of Surya Holdings Sdn Bhd for Project Alpha.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to all members. I am glad to welcome all committee members of Project Alpha to the second meeting. I see that everyone is here. First of all, I would like to introduce Miss Aliaa Nadhirah, who is expert in environmental from Eco Green Company, and I would like to extend a warm welcome to Miss Aliaa Nadhirah and all the committee members of Project Alpha from production, Miss Diny Nadhirah, Miss Maria and Miss Farhana. I have received apology for absence from Miss Rafi, who is on maternity leave. So we are here to discuss the new project at a potential site for Project Alpha. Besides working very hard to secure contract and gain profits, we do a social obligation to carry out. Thank you and thank you for being present in this meeting. Can we call this meeting order?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. To begin, I would like to go through the minutes of our last meeting, which was held on 16 March 2018. Okay, let's look at the first agenda, which is on greeting and opening. There is a name error of my name, which is my name is Khairunnisa, not Miss Aliaa.
Sorry, Miss Chairwoman, and thank you. I will make correction on that.
Okay, so let's move on the second agenda, which is briefing on Project Alpha. So it says here that the Project Alpha is aimed for educational and entertainment needs of Gen Z and Gen Alpha only. Which is there is an error because Gen Y is also included for this project. Besides, there is also an error on the cost of the project. So the approximate cost for this project is RM250 million.
Thank you, Miss Chairwoman. I will take note and change the error.
Okay. Are there any other amendments?
Yes, I think there is an error in the spelling of Surya Holding and Miss Farhana's name.
Thank you, Miss Maria. I will make correction on the spelling error.
Okay. Is there anybody else who wants to add?
No.
No.
If there are no more amendments, I hereby confirm the minutes of the last meeting. Okay, so now let's move on to the item 3 on the agenda, which is method rising. As you know, we are planning to make a new project for Project Alpha. So the issue is here is that we have 3 possible sites for Project Alpha. Bukit Belacan Forest Reserve, empty old warehouse at Pasir Gudang, and hilly hills at Bukit Ko, Terengganu. So to make the best decision, we must also consider that project that will be carried out at that location, whether the given proposal is feasible to implement in that location. Okay, so we move to the main agenda of our meeting, propose new project for each potential site. So, Miss Diny, would you like to start?
Thank you, Ms. Chairwoman. It's an honor for me to start our meeting today. According to the three potential sites that have been mentioned by our Ms. Chairwoman just now, I have prepared a Project Alpha proposal for Bukit Belacan Forest Reserve in Selangor. So here are my proposal slide. Can you see the slide? As you can see in my slides, Bukit Belacan Extreme Park is my chosen project that I would like to propose here, as in my opinion, it is the most suitable project to be developed at Bukit Belacan Forest Reserve in Selangor. So this is the background for the project. Bukit Belacan Extreme Park is a park with extreme or action sports that include a variety of activities with high levels of adrenaline that appeal to adventure lovers. Extreme sports is also a broad term to describe any action or adventure sports that includes a high dosage of risk, hate, speed, natural challenges, and physical struggle. Extreme sports were popularized in the 1990s with lots of coverage and keep on increasing in popularity every year. So there are two goals for this project. The first one is to be no one extreme park in Malaysia with a combination of nature elements, and the second one is to be a favorite hotspot for people who love trails and adventure activities. In Malaysia, we already had so many extreme parks like Penang Escape Water Park, Sky Track Adventure, District 21, and many more. But those extreme parks tickets were pricey, and not one of those parks activities come up with all natural elements like water, air, and land like Bukit Belacan Extreme Park. That's why the objective of this project are to provide RM50 ticket fee per head to conquer all the extreme activities and to conduct 10 extreme activities with the nature elements of water, air, and land. And this is the description of the project. As I mentioned earlier, the project name is Bukit Belacan Extreme Park. The summary of the project is Bukit Belacan Extreme Park will be a focus place to entertain people who love exciting and thrilling activities with the elements of nature like water, air, and land. The activities that will be conducted at Bukit Belacan Extreme Park are water rafting, canoeing, waterfall abseiling, waterfall trekking and jumping, thrilling walk track, hiking, flying fox, ropes climbing tracks, high rope course, and motocross track. As we all know, I proposed this project for Bukit Belacan Forest Reserve in Selangor, and that would be the location for this project. Bukit Belacan Extreme Park has no specific target, as it is for people who seek thrills and extreme sports at any age of group. In my estimation, the construction of Bukit Belacan Extreme Park will start in early 2023. So next, this is the operational cost, and it is amount RM 239,000 million. 239 million, and including costs involved in opening, ongoing, and miscellaneous expenses. There are the anticipated outcomes of the Bukit Belacan Extreme Park project. The first one is extreme activities help people gain the ability to stay centered, as it is push physical and mental limits in someone who were in the activities. Secondly, people who join extreme activities will learn the importance of stretching and utilize proper stretching techniques to keep their muscles in good shape during the activities. Lastly, thrills and adventure activities also enhance people with fear management skill, as it is turn fear into fun and interesting experience. I guess that's all from me about Bukit Belajar Extreme Park.
May I say something here? Can you explain how this project considers safety issues to prevent accidents and other unforeseen circumstances?
Thank you for the question, Miss Aliaa. Of course, we are considering the safety issues among all the people there, as we have safety procedures guideline that will be told before they start the activities. In addition, we also hire an expert that will guide in every activities there. We also plan to conduct regular checkups on the functioning of those activities and safety equipment before the operations to ensure that no incidents or any accidents happens during the activities.
I suppose you are right, but let's look at it from a different perspective in terms of cost, and consider that providing a parking area with security personnel to guide the area will incur additional cost. Aside from that, we will need to recruit experienced coach to manage the program in the area. And finally, we can consider the environmental impacts, in which case we will need to provide assurance for environmental monitoring and hire workers to maintain the cleanliness of the site. This is due to the fact that we must protect the environment so that the project does not pollute the environment.
I agree entirely with you, Miss Aliaa. In an open place like this, we also need to consider the safety element since there are watery areas there. Any risk we should be considered as well. For example, in those watery area, could be a drop waterhead that could be so dangerous for the people. As well as we all know that there are so many cases about drop of waterhead that happen all of a sudden have already taken many people life in open place like this. And this situation also could damage our facilities there. Not only that, before this, and as we know until now, this place never had project. So there's a lot of wild animal there. We also should consider this particular risk. This is because these wild animals such as tiger, black bear, snake or more could be dangerous for the people there. They will disturb our tourist security as well. So I think this place should be controlled with tight security and should be investigate detail and carefully to avoid this kind of risk.
I see. Thank you for your comments, Miss Aliaa and Miss Farhana.
I'm with Miss Aliaa and Miss Farhana on this since there are many risks and costs involved in this project, which is Bukit Belajar Extreme Park. So may I propose a new project at an MTO warehouse located at Pasir Gudang, Johor. Give me a few seconds to share my proposal slide. Thank you. Okay, alright then. As you can see, I consider this the place we can establish a horse riding school. As this place is an enclosed place that was formerly the storage place for heavy farm machinery with an area of 5,600 meters square. Okay, first thing first, horse riding school is an equestrian facility create and maintain for the accommodation, training and competing equipped, especially horses. Based on their use, they may be known as a barn, stable or riding hall, or maybe include commercial operation described by terms such as boarding stable, library yard, or library stable. The goal is to teach teach correct grooming and take-up, and to teach riding skill according to the rider's level. Thus, the objectives of this project are riders can develop better reflex and a sense of balance and coordination as they use their entire body to guide and propel the horse forward. Hence, riding also offers cardio benefits. To build muscle and physical strength, the rider lifting saddles into the back of the horse and mounting stall and moving hay. Um, okay. The establishment of horse riding school is the physical and mental education of the horse. The basic aim of schooling is to maintain and restore the natural balance of the free horse under the weight and influence of the rider. Horse riders Horse riding schools provide individual and group riding lessons uh, to learners of varying ability. These include complete beginners or learners. People taking one riding lesson a week, it generally takes approximately 2 years to develop enough competence that they can safely to all of the or basic of horse care and riding on their own. For example, cash, tie, lead, stack up, ride, go down to the trail. The average cost for the horse riding lesson is RM 55 ringgit per hour. Hiring a horseback riding instructor to teach riders to ride horses, it will likely spend about uh, RM 45 ringgit to 80 ringgit on each lesson. Horse riding lessons are worth every penny, even they are just a beginner. Lesson can help boost confidence as a good instructor know when to push rider and the horses out their comfort zone. Most people take one lesson per week to be recreational riders. Those those who want to be more serious about riding, wish to improve skill and get competitive, they will take 2 lessons per week and do a hack session to practice. Okay. Um, this project is located at MTO Warehouse in Pasir Kudung with the target community of hundreds of beginners who have passion to learn about riding horses. The construction will at end of this year if the proposal succeeds and no obstacle occurred. Okay, let's move to the approximate operational cost, which is involved cost in opening and the estimation ongoing expense via to the establishment of horse riding school. After I had done research and referred to the expert about this, um, the total approximate operational cost is RM 225 million ringgit. It's quite pricey, but to start, but I think it's worth every penny. So hence, why I am proposing this project is because it gives many positive outcomes to rider and also the surrounding. Firstly, positive character trait. Horseback riding takes responsibility to those who ride and even more so to those who take care of the horse. Horse caretaker must know how to take care of the horse during time of health and illness. Learning all about horse health along with the pet and farm care involve a lot of time and responsibility in order to put the knowledge into practice
Yes, that's
every
true,
single
Miss
day
Maria.
for the benefit of the horse. In addition, horseback riding teaches patience, discipline, understanding, empathy, composition, self-control, and dedication. Without this trait, the rider will not go far in their in their horsemanship studies. Secondly is physical health. Horseback riding is physically demanding and can help you stay in shape. To be considered moderate intensity, researchers determined that riding must be done for at least half an hour or more, 3 times per week. This level of activity makes England recommendation for minimum level of activity and beyond. In addition, activity associated with riding burns energy at moderate intensity. Horseback riding can burn hundreds of calories as does grooming and saddling. Actual calorie burn depends on the body weight, workout intensity, condition, and metabolism. Second, uh, sorry. Thirdly, love and the human love and the human animal bond, which is nothing like loving a horse except for knowing that the same horse will love you back. The animal, the human animal bond is the best reason to learn to ride. Horses are willing to become true partners with their riders if treated with respect, kindness, and love. But the bond that develops is truly amazing and inspiring. Fourth, a return to nature. Horseback riding brings us into the fresh air and closer to the nature. Our society spends so much time indoors. We should take care of the nature. We can get outside for some exercise and fresh air with one of our most beautiful animals. In fact, this is why many riders started riding according to the questionnaire. According to questionnaire respondents from the BHS study, 80% of respondents rank contact with the nature and scenery and views as important, very important, or extremely important. Fifth, psychological hack. The study completed by BHS include that horseback riding stimulated mainly positive psychological feelings. More than 80% of riders questionnaire respondents claim that horseback riding made them feel quite a lot or extremely cheerful, relaxed, happy or active. Learning to ride develops confidence and self-esteem. Even when self-esteem when a rider learns how to um, how to stay on and also meet a goal set by riding instructor or themselves. This feeling of I can do this really make an impact. After all, riding is not easy and not everyone can do it. Becoming a skilled rider means that you have a skill many people do not. In addition to self-confidence, rider may gain an increase in self-esteem and self-image. Lastly, socialization. If we look at the benefit and therapeutic, riding has been shown to give the riders improved interpersonal skills, socialization skills are on the list. Equestrians know how they are never alone in this hobby. Riders will socialize with their horses, each other, their riding instructor, employees at the barn, those at competition, and many more. The horse industry is very social community full of people who will help each other and help care of the horses. Okay, as you can see, this is an overview of the horse riding school and um, alright, I think is all for me about my project and I allow any question regarding to the project which horse riding school at MT Old Warehouse located in Pasir Gudang, Johor. Thank you.
I see what you mean, but the project that will be carried out in this location will only involve learning activities. What about horseback riding activities? Is there any empty space in the region to learn to ride a horse?
That's exactly the way I feel, Miss Aliaa. As I know, the cost to buy some horses will be so high, since one horse will have a range price from 5,000 ringgit to 10,000 ringgit. Imagine we buy 50 horses with 10,000 ringgit for each horse. The total could be 500,000 ringgit excluding other expenses. So I think the 500,000 ringgit for only the cost for the horse will give us a problem because we need to consider other expenses too. Is it right, Miss Chairman?
Yes, Farhana. Sorry, I would like to remind all of you once again that the cost for this Project Alpha is only RM 250 million only.
First and foremost, thank you, Miss Aliaa, for the question. This site, which is an empty old warehouse, just an empty indoor place. So there is no place for an outdoor activities. We only provide the indoor activities for the beginners who wants to learn riding horse for the first time. So in my opinion, riding a small area is enough, and hence, thank you to Miss Farhana and Miss Chairwoman. And I would agree with you. But I think we could find a sponsorship or partners who wants to collaborate in our project, or find the suppliers who give us low price in an effort to reduce the cost, and I will work harder on this.
That's true, Miss Maria. But to find sponsor in this kind of this activity will not be easy to get, since in Johor there are already a lot of similar activities like this. Other than that, we also need to propose a detailed proposal to them to sponsor our project. This will not be easy too to prepare and wait for the approval of the sponsor from them. The late answer or no answer from them will delay our project too. So I think this project is not suitable.
I see. Thank you, Miss Farhana, Mr. Man, and Miss Aliaa for your comment.
To continue our meeting, allow me to propose another project at Hilly Landscape at Bukit Kok, Terengganu, which is a hydroponic vegetable project. What are exactly hydroponic vegetable? Okay, hydroponic literally means water grow and survive. So basically, hydroponic vegetable are those that survive and likely thrive in water. Hydroponic vegetable are grown in closed system, and in which their growth are submerged in water, but this water will be fortified and spiked with nutrients such as potassium, magnesium, and phosphorus. Other than that, this hydroponic nutrient quality also can be very careful control rather than conventional farming, and can produce a highest nutrient of vegetable. In addition, this hydroponic vegetable also can produce a yield on a short time period rather than conventional farming. As we can see here, the goal of the project is to provide new research knowledge of hydroponic plant and to help reduce harmful pollutant in the air. And the objective of the project is to expose 80% knowledge of system hydroponic plants and to increase 60% statistic of air cleanliness level. This is because hydroponic plants are a new system of farming in this country, and also this hydroponic project could give a good carbon footprint in reducing the impact of climate change. So, okay, this kind of project will be named as hydroponic vegetable project, which is we will planting various type of vegetable using hydroponic system that could increase the to produce a higher yield in the short time period rather than conventional farming. And we also growing a richer nutrient of vegetable by adding a good quality of nutrient in the water such as potassium, magnesium, and phosphorus. Okay, next slide. Okay, the location of the project will be at Hillyscape at Bukit Kor, Terengganu. And the target community for this project is to all Malaysian farmers who are interested in this hydroponic plant. As for the date and time for this period, we estimate that the construction of the project will be start at the end of 2022. Okay, next. As we can see here, there's overall operational costs incurred in this project. Here I already list all the costs that will be involved, and this will be total 155 million ringgit. And this cost of the project will be the lowest cost of the project rather than the other two previous projects. Okay, next. Moreover, the anticipated outcome or impact of the project is to increase the number of Malaysian farmers who knows about this hydroponic plant system and increase the level of air cleanliness in our country and sustain a healthy environment. So here we can see, okay, next. We can see a few examples of hydroponic plant vegetable, which is tomato, lettuce, salad, and chives, and more to come soon in this project. Next. Okay, so I think that's all from me about hydroponic vegetable plant. That's all from me. Thank you.
Precisely. That sounds like a very good idea. Vegetable crops, as we all know, are quick and easy to grow and therefore do not take a long time to produce. As a result, we may market the produce of this vegetable crop at a higher level, such as in supermarket and other outlets. We can also use the income from the vegetable crops market to preserve money and cover the cost of growing these veggies.
Quite frankly, for me, it's not so interesting because most people now are less interested in activity like planting this tree. Or do you have any reason to tell me that I am wrong?
Yes, Miss Maria, I have a good point to convince you of this project. In my opinion, the hydroponic project that have been presented by Miss Farhana is really a good idea, as one of my friends had also done this project before. And now he is a successful businessman with a hydroponic plantation in Thailand. He started the business with only 15,000 in the backyard area of his house, and now his net income from hydroponic plantation is worth 50,000 a month, and now he owns 1 acres of the hydroponic plantation project in Thailand. The point here is the hydroponic plantation project that starts with lower capital can reach higher net income compared to project Bukit Belacan Extreme Park and horse riding school just now, as it is really cost higher expense for the cost involved in the beginning. So I think hydroponic plantation is the most cost effective project compared to the other projects.
Exactly, Miss Diny. Thank you for your opinion.
Okay. Based on the prior discussion just now, I've come to the conclusion that the proposal in Bukit Belacan is unsuitable for implementation due to personal and property security concern. So next, for the second idea involving the empty old warehouse at Pasir Gudang is likewise less appropriate because I predict the cost that could incur is overshoot the cost budget. So I think I agree with the third proposal which will be implemented at Hilly Hills Bukit Ko, Terengganu. From this project, there are also have risks associated with this proposal, but the benefits will outweigh the risk that will incur. So in addition, we also can expose learning to the public for how to cultivate according to the current situation. Okay, shall we close this discussion for now and continue to any other business?
Yes, Miss Chairperson. Maintenance of the building is really at a poor rate. For example, the air conditioner system in level 3 is having problem and the technician took about 1 week to take action.
Yes, this is true. I think we should assume him with the new technician since it is the fifth time this happened.
Okay, I will look into this matter. Diny, at the moment, could you please write a letter to the Human Resources Department so asking them to find a new technician for our building?
Yes, Miss Chairwoman. I'll make the order.
Okay, anything else? No? Okay, well done. Thank you for coming to this meeting. Will someone propose the meeting be adjourned?
Yes, I propose the meeting to be adjourned.
Seconder?
I second the motion.
Okay, thank you. The meeting is adjourned. Have a
I
nice
second the
day
motion.
to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tak,
Belum
Dia
lagi.
kena sampai keluar rekod.
Okay dah. Dah start, boleh start dah.